In a world where there are thousands of wigs to choose from, I'm always a little amazed when a specific wig keeps coming to my attention. The ride or die of so many different wig sisters. Well, today I'm here to show you one of those popular ride or die wigs. This is Wille Dance. I've been hearing about her for a few years now, and I finally get to see her, and I get to see why everybody loves her so much. Low density, little to no permatease, a bit of a smaller cap, and just beautiful, beautiful waves. If you want to know more about this popular and beloved style, then stick around and I will tell you everything I can. My name is Denise. I'm also known as Hey Wig Sister on Instagram and Facebook. I'm partnering with Name Brand Wigs to bring you this review. I have been wanting a dance for a few years now. This is so right up my alley, and I'm really grateful to Name Brand Wigs for sending me dance. Please show them some love the next time you're in the market for a major name brand, or maybe you want to check this one out. I'll put a link below, and the coupon code Denise30 will save you 30% on most wigs that they carry, but for sure Wille wigs. She's so darling. Let's take a look at her from all sides. Now, I didn't really comb through her. All I've done is finger style her because I wanted to show her pretty much out of the box. If you want these waves to be a little bit more smoothed out and polished, you can take a wide tooth comb and comb through them. And you can see they'll smooth out some and be a little more polished looking. The more you do that, the less curly it will become over time. So be cautious about combing through your curly synthetic wigs all the time unless you want to relax them. If you were to comb through her and relax her more than you would like, that first time isn't going to permanently alter. What I would do is take a spray bottle of water, get her nice and wet, scrunch her up, and even just shake her out and scrunch while upside down, and that will revive some of the curl and wave, especially early on. Let's take a look inside the cap since I already had her off. So what we have is an extended lace front. Lace goes from ear tab to ear tab, and then we've got a left mono part that goes all the way to the crown. Extended mono part. And then the rest is open wefted. We have ear tabs with soft material and metal stays. We have an extended nape, Velcro adjusters, very stretchy cap. Let me cinch this in just slightly. So Wille is known for running a little bit more average petite. I do find some variation in their cap size and how they run. I love Wille because they fit me, that brand generally fits me so well because I have a fairly petite head. All of my measurements are down in the description so that you can compare them to yours. This in just a little bit. I have a 21 1/4 circumference. I do think if you are okay with your wigs being a little snug, if you have a 22-inch circumference, I do think you can wear this. Some fit of wigs is somewhat of a personal preference. Some women feel more secure when their wigs are super tight. Some women get a headache and uncomfortable if their wigs are too tight. So I try to give you guys a sense of how it's fitting me so that you can do some comparison. I am barely getting any extra cap on the top, a little bit, but not very much at all. I am getting really pretty good coverage on the sides as well. So I think if you're a little bit bigger than I am, I do think this one might work for you, especially if you have bio hair to blend. If you don't get great coverage on the sides, I'm getting excellent coverage. Like you can barely see my bio hair. Normally you can see a little bit of my bio hair. So I showed you this one has a lace front, and let's take a look at that up close. So there's that lace front. It's really good. Oh my goodness, you guys, they did so good. Now I know this is a light color, but it is rooted. And they just did so good. It's so natural. So if you like to pull your hair up off your face, sometimes or all the time, do little twists with clips, you can absolutely do that with this one because it has such a great lace front. And if you like to wear it down but tucked behind your ear, how it fits you will impact how easy it is to bangs. If you want to cut bangs in yours, this is made out of regular synthetic. So if you need to coax those fibers to lay better once the bangs are cut, you can use a clothing steamer. You're not going to take a hot comb to this, no traditional heat tools because this is not heat friendly, but you can use steam. So you could take a clothing steamer and a comb and sort of smooth these out so that they'll lay flat if your wave pattern starts higher. You can see mine starts right about here. I could probably get a bang cut in these and not have to worry about that too much, but really there's no way for you to know until you do it. So I just wanted to give you that tip. I get asked in every video, if I don't mention bangs, I get asked about bangs, so I try to remember. Let's talk about density. 𝑬𝑗 as a brand is known for having lower density pieces with little to no permatease. Now certainly there are exceptions, and you may find a piece from this brand that may be higher density or maybe has a little more permatease. But in general, if you're looking for a brand that is generally low density, 𝑬𝑗 is a good one to look at. This one is what I would consider low to moderate. Density can be hard to assess on curly and wavy pieces, especially if they're short, because it can feel like a lot more hair than it actually is. I would say this is incredibly lightweight. The weight of this one is 2.8 ounces. That tells you this does not have a lot of hair. Now it has enough hair. I'm not going to worry about the wind blowing and the weft showing, although that can happen on low density pieces or pieces without permatease, because the permatease can help hide the cap, but I wouldn't really worry about that too much on this one. And it's just so lightweight. I just think it would be great for summer if you get hot in wigs. There's always going to be a little bit of a challenge with that because you're putting something on your head. So the lighter the density, the less permatease, the shorter the hair, open wefted, all those things are things that can help you be a little bit more comfortable in your wigs when it's hot out. And so lower density, little to no permatease, really you're not getting a ton of volume on the top of this one because it is relatively flat because it doesn't have permatease to give you poof and lift. I just messed it up with my fingers there. So I think this is a great one if you get overwhelmed by wigs. The only issue, there is a lot of hair up here in the front. Without this swoop, I would say this would be kind of a face flopper. Having a lot of waves and curl up front can make you feel like it's too much hair. If that happens to you, then I want to encourage you to style your wig. I love to do little twists like this, and then I'll stick a little claw clip in there. Then I'll do another little twist right next to it with an extended lace front. You can totally do that. And then I would stick another little claw clip right there. The more you do, and then if you tuck, you're not going to feel as overwhelmed by the wig because you're getting some of that hair up off your face. And the beautiful thing about synthetics, the style is baked in. So at the end of the day, when you're done wearing your wig, take out the style, fluff it up, shake it out, and then at some point when you're more comfortable with wigs, you might not have to do that anymore unless you want to. Okay, we made it to color. Light champagne rooted. The code is 23.1001.14. I really love that 𝑬𝑗 includes color codes because it can help you get a sense of what colors are in the piece. So what we have here is kind of a light to medium ash blonde. And we have this, what they're calling a pearl platinum, the 1001. That's a real white blonde, not gray, but white blonde, platinum blonde. And then we've got a little bit of a darker blonde every now and then. Very subtle as lowlights. Very subtle. Like almost, I don't even know if the camera's picking up some of those lowlights because it's so light. The problem with super white blondes, the white balance on my camera struggles. So we're going to get outside, but my eyes, you're going to have to go with what my eyes are telling me to tell you, which is we've got platinum and we've got some kind of ash blonde and then some dark blonde lowlights. This is an ashy color, neutral to ashy. I don't think it's going to look gray anywhere, but it could depending on the lighting because it is more of that ash base. And then we've got what they're calling a medium dark brown. What do they call it? Medium brown roots. I think this is more medium light. The problem with rooting on a super white blonde, it can look really, really dark. Not dark though. And it's a little bit of a kind of an ashy golden root. It's not red, but when I do this, it does look like a little bit of a golden brown. So not red. Beautiful, rooted blonde. Not warm, not yellow. Let's get outside so you can see this color outside. I'm gonna throw her on one more time because I just can't help myself. She's so good. And thank you to Name Brand Wigs. As always, please show them some love when you're in the market for a wig. 30% coupon code in the description, and they do so much for this wig wearing community. I'm grateful. Thanks for watching. I'm grateful for you as well. I'll talk to you soon. All right, there is this color. Super cloudy. It's actually drizzling ever so slightly. Kind of looks like it might be a tinge gray in this light. I don't think it really pulls gray, but gosh, it just so much depends on the lighting, you know? The least you can see, it's not a warm color. All right. Hey friends, thanks so much for watching. Here are a few videos I think you might enjoy. Go ahead and click on one and watch.